Welcome to our series, Driving Public Sector Innovation, where we look at how public sector agencies are unleashing AI-powered database solutions to drive innovation, improve agency operations, and deliver more effective services securely. I'm Wyatt Cash with Scoop News Group. I'm here to talk about that today is Dovarius Peoples, Chief Information Officer at the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Dovarius, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So I'd like to start this round of questions with how are advances in AI and database technologies and cloud computing too, making a difference in enhancing your organization's operations and services?
So the advances has allowed us to really move a lot of our modernization priorities forward. It has forced us to think outside of the box and be able to leverage some of those things that industry provides. When you think about compute power and those type of things, a lot of that has really benefited the organization. However, we still have room to grow and really be able to wrap our minds around what it truly means, especially as you look at leveraging artificial intelligence in a cloud instantiation. But as we deliver on the mission lines, whether that's for construction, whether that's navigation, hydropower dredging, even disaster relief and mill construction from a Corps of Engineers perspective, all of those technologies has assisted us in being able to modernize, revolutionize how we conduct business within the organization.
And then can you talk about an example of a challenge that the Army Corps of Engineers has been facing where these kinds of technologies really do offer new capabilities or solutions?
So we've leveraged when you think about disaster relief, water management, being able to have more predictive analytics. When you think about from a research and development perspective, being able to be on the cutting edge of technology, those things would not be possible without being able to leverage things such as AI. Also, from a database standpoint, housing information, being able to operate throughout that environment. All of those things have been leveraged in order to move the organization forward.
And then can you point to some examples where, again, these kind of technologies have actually improved your organization's operations?
Yeah, we've used AI to begin to look at how we can provide customer trends that from the help desk standpoint, understanding when our heavy peak times are for users, being able to provide that predictive analytics to be able to say, okay, these are the things we're seeing, these are the things we're understanding, being able to evolve that concept, but everything centers around having good data to help make financial decisions as well as the best operational decisions. So understanding from a help desk trend perspective, if we tie that back, we've been able to understand at certain times when users are calling in for what issues. So maybe good example is after major patching over the weekend, we understand that there might be system lockouts or users not having the ability to access their applications. So now we know, hey, we need to be more mindful as we perform maintenance that at about maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, you're going to see more users calling in because of the fact that that maintenance was done and it may knock systems offline. So being able to have that predictive analytics working through the various aspects, those are the things we're looking at using.
And then when you think about those that the Army Corps of Engineers serves, the public at large, communities, et cetera, can you talk a little about where you, again, seen these kind of database solutions and analytics really helping improve the services that your organization is actually able to provide your customers?
Right. I think it's more when you look at research development, being able to explore those type of things. It has definitely served us in that area. When you begin to look at again, Corps of Engineers, one of the major areas that we provide service to, again, is around the disaster relief component, flood fighting, water management, and those type of things. I think being able to have more predictive analytics, specifically around when areas are saturated with water, being able to predict when those flood zones or where those flood zones might be. Those are the things that artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, and those various database tools that help empower those applications are all being looked at and considered from a mission perspective. So that is how looking at those tools have empowered the organization to begin to move in the right direction for modernization, as well as an data analytics standpoint as well.
We certainly see that in the news with more and more places suffering flooding that don't fall in the traditional floodplains. So appreciate that. We probably need this predictive analytics even more than we ever have. And then lastly, I'm just curious, Can you point to other examples where database technologies are helping improve things like security or speeding up agile development or providing other capabilities that, really helps the overall organization be more resilient?
Yeah, so we're looking at those tools from a cyber perspective, being able to better understand where our cyber threats are coming from, identifying those cyber trends. So we're beginning to look at it from all of those various angles within the organization, as well as how you apply it, not just on the IT side, but also on the operational technology side as well too, because that's a critical piece or a critical element that is not always thought about when you think about delivering service, when you think about database security, as well as when you think about artificial intelligence and data and trends. So we have that major mission line for operational technology as well. So we're trying to identify how we can spread that across not just OT, operational technology, but IT as well for information technology. So that's also another aspect of how we're leveraging those tools to begin to empower the entire enterprise.
Well, Dovarius Peoples, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to share your perspective really on how modern database solutions and analytics is really helping the Army Corps of Engineers serve the public more effectively.
Awesome. Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
Mhm.